Okay, plug and play rock stars. Today, I'm going to teach you a little social media tip of how to use the stitch or duet feature on TikTok. This is for when you may be having content block, or if you want to do news hacking, or maybe there's something that someone else has shared and you like the beginning of it or a portion of it and you want to share it yourself. So I am going to show you how to do that right here and right now. If you haven't downloaded TikTok, make sure you've downloaded it by this time. And let's see, I'm going to use this first one.
Potential sellers into thinking that they would make more money doing business and selling their property.
So let's say I like the way she's talking about this new mortgage hack. So if you look on the right side, there's a little arrow that's pointing to the right. You're going to tap that arrow. And at the very bottom, you're going to see where it says duet, where it shows two little circles. It's like the third one from the left. And then you're also going to see stitch. So duet is where you're going to be side by side. When I click this one, I'm going to go ahead and turn my camera around. Okay. I could have it playing and I'll just go ahead and turn this volume up. And I'm, poor Michelle, that's a terrible pose right there, but I'm going to hit play.
You cannot make this shit up. Number one, $62 million. The Federal Trade Commission took action against the online home buying firm.
Okay, so all I did is I clicked the belly button or the center button to start recording because I knew what she had shared is something that I would want to draw attention to. This could be something that's trending, that's getting a lot of views. Maybe it's something from Tony Robbins that's motivational, but that is called duet. That's where you're side by side. And this is also a good strategy to try to get recognized by somebody. Maybe it's a real estate agent who's showing up consistently because they're going to get a notification as soon as you then go to post this. So the next step would be I would click that check mark on the bottom right. And then I'm going to click next and I could post it. And you'll see at the very top where it says duet with the mortgage OG, she's going to get a notification that I just did this. So that's a good way to be seen or noticed by someone that you're trying to court. How is a duet different than a stitch? Well, I'm going to show you. So I'm going to back out of this and I'm going to hit start over. I'm going to hit X. And now I'm going to do the exact same thing. So I'm on my For You page and I'm going to click that same arrow to the right. And this time I'm going to click stitch. So this is just a little piece that it's going to show and you can choose what you want it to show. And then it's going to go to you. What I like about this is maybe this could be a great way where you leverage Dave Ramsey's recent news where he was talking about how now is the absolute time when you should be buying a home. So you could show that little section of Dave Ramsey, and then it could be your opinion on what someone has said. So I'm going to go to the very bottom and I'm going to click the second one from the left and it's going to say stitch. I'm going to tap that and it's going to allow me to see these the red buttons here. So I can choose how long do I want it to show. And maybe it's this much.
You cannot make this shit up. You
okay.
Cannot.
So now that's what's going to show in the very beginning where Michelle's saying, you cannot mess this shit up. And then when I click the middle button, it's going to be me recording. You cannot make up the fact that going live on social media or leveraging social media for your business is not a good idea. So then I tap the button to have it stop recording. Then I would click the check mark on the right so I can see it.
You cannot make this shit up.
You cannot make up the fact that going live on social media or leveraging social media for your business is not a good idea. Okay, so one thing I would add is I would add the caption. So remember on the right-hand side, it's 5 from the right. You'll click captions and see where it says uploading and processing. This is where if you see the little pencil icon on the right, if I needed to edit, maybe there's a spelling error, I could do so there. But I'm going to hit save. If I wanted to change the volume, I can at the bottom. If I want to do some effects. So I'm going to click effects. It's the third one from the top. And maybe I want to do, let's say motion. See at the very bottom, if I just click motion, actually, let's do transition. Fourth one over to the right. I'm going to just tap transition and I'm going to move the little white bar on the left and I'm going to do turn on TV. And then maybe I want to do right when it moves to she and I'm going to do a vertical. And then let's say I do rotate, and the very end is turn off TV. Okay. So now I'm going to hit play and we can see how this looks.
You cannot make this shit up.
You cannot make up the fact that going live.
It's got a little bit of transitions in there, which keep people watching. You don't want to overdo it, obviously. But you can play around with this little toolbar on the very bottom where it says effects. Like maybe you want to do this, maybe not. And if you ever want to erase that, you just click the back arrow on the right. See where it has a little arrow? You just would click that and it would remove it. Definitely don't want that. Okay. So when you've gotten it to the way that you like it, here's one thing you could do. You could screen record right now, which if you take your finger and you drag to the bottom like this, see this little button that's red and it's flashing right now because I'm actually recording my screen, but you can just screen record and that way you can save your video and upload it and repurpose it to other platforms without it having the TikTok logo on it. Okay, so I'm going to hit save and then I could hit post and that's it. So that is your social media tip of the week. I hope that was helpful. If you are having content block, remember, one of the strategies is to use other people's content that's trending or that's working, or it gives you an opportunity to shed your light or opinion on a matter. If you have more questions, let us know. We are here to help serve you. And as always, you'll have a great weekend and we'll see you next week.